Hey guys, it's your girl Cheney and I'm back with another video. I know it's been 6 months, 8 months, who knows, I didn't even actually look before I filmed, but it's been time is the point. And like every other video on my channel, I'm gonna say, it's been time. I'm gonna get back into the swing of things and we'll see if it happens. But today, you can tell by the title that I'm coming to you with a motherfucking banger, okay? Actually, I don't even know if the story's that hype, but like I think it's worthy of telling. Oh my god, look at this. Like, catfish ass bitch, only tan the parts of my body that people actually see. And I'm also sorry for this like setup. This is like literally the only spot in my house right now that like the wall is clean enough for me to film. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of today, it's a pretty crazy one. Like, you're probably like, this bitch is catfishing me. This cannot be true. This was like some kid with the last name Mendez whose weirdo friend decided to half slap her because she deserved it. That's what actually happened, right? Wrong. This is I'm literally not gonna embellish anything because there's like nothing to embellish. It honestly might not even be like a super like hype crazy story, but I just thought it was a kind of crazy experience that happened. And obviously, I think it would be a lit story time. Every person I've told this story to has been pretty entertained, so now it's for the world. To go back to this story, we need to like rewind about, I think in like April, maybe like March or April of this year, so or last year, oh my god, 2019. So like March or April 2018, I was working at a nightclub. I was VIP host, so basically I genuinely don't know. Like, every time I would explain to people what I would do, they would be like, that's a job, like I don't get it. But basically, my job when I would work at this club would be for the first like 30 minutes of the night, I would stand outside. Every person who bought a booth or bought bottles, I would VIP escort them. Oh my god, words I don't know. VIP escort them to their booth. And basically after that point, I would get them seated. Like, I would introduce myself. I would introduce them to the bottle service girls, like the people who would be taking their orders. And then after they sat down, I would go outside. Like, I basically would do it till all the booths were in. So normally like 30-45 minutes into the night, and then all the booths would be inside. And my job at that point would be to host the booths. So like, I guess I would be, it's honestly like, I don't even know that there was a job entail, but like I literally would just be in the booths. I would be like partying with them, like drinking with them. Literally, like, they would give me drink tickets and I would just get drinks for like hot girls in the club, and I would just pretty much party. I know there's like pay to party, and I know like that is a thing, but I was still like had to be like somewhat responsible for like encouraging them to like buy bottles and like be like getting them to like get to that next level of spending more money for the club. And I also had to like book booths for the club and stuff like that. So I was in between like a hostess and like bottle service bitch, like, you know, like that type of thing. But it was good vibes. I had fun while I worked there. It was short-lived. But anyway, so one night, one of the few people at the club that I actually super fucked with and still super fuck with, like one of my best friends, Ash, you know who you are. She's from like a small town outside of Toronto, the same town that Shawn Mendes is from. She went to high school with Shawn Mendes. So one night when we were at the club, I honestly don't know like the exact details, like I'm sorry to people involved if these details aren't exactly right, but something happened that like for some reason Shawn and all his friends were going to be coming to the club that night. They didn't have a booth, they didn't have anything, but they just wanted like a small like little corner, and they didn't want any pictures. Like, it wasn't like an appearance or anything, like they were just coming to like have a good time, because a lot of the people that she knew and would party with us at the club were all from that small town, so they all knew each other, and it was like kind of like a reunion or something for them. I don't know, it was a cool vibe. So he was coming, obviously like we're all like a little bit hyped to see him. Like, personally, like I wasn't a super, like, I'm still not a super Shawn Mendes fan. Like, I genuinely couldn't tell you one song on his new album. Like there's like that one song that everyone knows, but that's the one I know for him. But yeah, so basically he was coming to the club that night. Everyone was like feeling good. Mind you, I will say that like I did have a little thing for Shawn Mendes, like back in the day, like when he posted like that YouTube video of him doing like Sweater Weather. He was like singing that song. Like, yeah, like my grade 7 bitch, like she was down for him. But honestly, I kind of forgot he existed, but he's just super cute. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not trying to be like, I don't even fucking know who Shawn Mendes is. I think maybe it's just like a little bit, like his fan base is just a little bit younger than me, so like he's like that generation's like just Jonas Brothers. Like Jonas Brothers were my vibe. I'm just not Shawn Mendes'S vibe. Okay, enough. Whatever. He's lit. It's fine. So anyway, he gets to the club. It's all fun. Like everyone's having a good time. Like all of his friends were there. Like, I mean, I don't know who all his friends are, but there was a bunch of people there that knew him, that he went to high school with, that he was vibing with, that he showed up with, who were all like really good people. So the club was like super packed this one night. Like it was like a mission to even like walk through the club. So my manager had asked me to like kind of stay in that vicinity and just like cater to Shawn and them, because they were kind of off to the side of the bar. But there was no bottle service girls like tending to them that I can remember. I literally could be wrong. Like I was also drinking. But but basically like me and Ash were helping them, but it was Ash's friends, so she was also kind of more like partying than like working that specific night. I don't even know if she was on the clock that night. I can't remember. But yeah, so I kind of was helping too. Like it was when they're really busy nights like that, like they're already selling so much stuff that it wasn't as super impending for me to be like going to all the booths, like trying to make them buy more bottles, like doing whatever. So I was just chilling with them. Like I was helping them because they didn't have a booth, they didn't have a table. So like anytime that they needed stuff, like we had to go grab it for them, like from behind the bar. So I was like, do you guys need waters? Do you guys need like more chase? Do you want me to pour like I'll pop your bottles, like pour champagne, like whatever, like that type of thing. And that's what my job is. Like that's what I'm supposed to do. So I was just chilling, like I was helping them. You could tell that a couple of his friends were like super wasted, like super like verge of blackout wasted. Like if they were trying to fuck, could not get their dick up, wasted. So literally I was just like, okay. Me personally, knowing how people are when they are that drunk, like I was already like bringing waters over to their like to where they were, like making sure, like giving, like just trying to like, bring waters over, handing them out to their friends. Like at that point, like I had already been introduced to everyone that was there, so like they knew what my role was, that I was there to help them have a good night, like help them make sure that they got everything that they needed. Like I genuinely probably talked to like every single person in the party more than I talked to Shawn. And then once it kind of got to like the later part of the night, his one friend was being like really fucking obnoxious, okay? I understand, like I'm from Toronto, like I mean not from Toronto, but I live in Toronto. I know the clout chasey bitches, like I get it. I love a celebrity, not that I care about seeing like so many people, but it's cool to be like, I saw that person. I get it. But the amount, like it was like a reunion like thing, like it was all these people from high school and they all were taking photos together, like, and even though Ash was a really good friend of mine, like I knew my place. Like I'm not gonna be like, let me hop in your fucking high school photo with Shawn Mendes. And that's what all these bitches were doing, like in the club. And his one friend who was on his high horse, who was super drunk, I genuinely don't know his name, let's call him like Mark. My cat just is joining the story time. So his friend Mark is super drunk. I noticed it from the get-go. Like I was keeping my eye on him. I told like a couple of the bouncers, like the security guys, like I told them, keep an eye out for this guy, like he's really drunk right now. And a couple girls kept trying to jump in the photos that everyone who was already friends were trying to take. And I would be like, hey girl, like just watch out for a sec, like hop in the next one, you know, like that type of thing, just being nice because it's my workplace. And oh my god, my cat is like just making so much noise. But yeah, so just trying to be nice, like it is my workplace, so I was trying to be professional, as professional as you could be working at a club. But yeah, so you could tell, like as soon as this girl started doing this in their photos, this guy started getting like angry. Like he wasn't even just drunk anymore, like he was getting angry, he was getting like annoyed, like he was like, get her out of here, like saying some bullshit like that, like he had any type of authority. He literally, like, it just makes me like laugh so hard anytime. Anyway, so, and even though Shawn was like, it's cool, blah 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 blah, like I had talked to Shawn like a couple times in the night, and he genuinely, like, he is the nicest. Like, I mean, I don't know him, but in the interaction that I had with him, super kind guy, super nice, super down to earth. Just like I probably should have said this at the beginning, but disclaimer, this is like no ill will towards him. Like genuinely, he's so nice. Like even when he got there, he was like, yeah, sorry guys, like just no photos, like I'm just trying to relax, trying to have fun. Like he was just a really down to earth person. So it kind of like baffled me that even he kept company like this. But yeah, so this guy was getting like angry at the girls who were in the photo, trying to like just start some shit, trying to push them away. Like literally like had his like palm and would like push their face like away from like the group of people, and it was just getting really weird. So I went over to them and I was like, hey, like, can I get you guys anything? Like I didn't have to stay until the club closed. Like I had a certain time that I could leave at, and it was getting close to that time, and like I was gonna leave because I'm pretty sure I'd like work the next morning or something else. So I was like, do you guys need anything? Like checking in, like kind of like one last time type of a thing. And I was like, I don't know if like when guys are drinking, they just like lose perception or like what the fuck is going on. But when you're in a club and it's super loud and you're trying to talk to someone, especially when you're not trying to scream at them, you need to get close to them. So this is Shawn's face, this is my face. I touched his face and I would be like, hey, like so I could like kind of like tunnel like my voice to him. Like genuinely, when I say that, like I'm pretty sure I was seeing someone at this time too. So like I wasn't trying to get fucking dicked down by Shawn Mendes. So like I genuinely, if this is what it was portrayed as, like fucking confused. But anyway, so I would talk to him and I would be like, hey, like do you guys need anything else? Like do you need anything else right now? And he was like, yeah, like can you just like grab us some waters? Like so, like Mark is really drunk right now, because even he could start to tell that his friend was like pushing it too far. And as I'm doing this to him, his friend literally goes like this, like it wasn't a punch, like I mean punch, but it was closed fist, but like still like this kind of, okay? And he goes like this to my face, like probably that hard, like it wasn't super hard. And I like looked at like on this side though, because he was standing next to Shawn right here. And I would like looked at him and I like my eyes like bulged, because like not like I was like, Art, you're wild, like you're wild right now. And immediately Shawn's like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry, like he's really drunk right now, I haven't seen him in forever, like he's super drunk, like I'm sorry, whatever. Like I mean maybe not that many times, that might have been exaggerating, he probably said it like one or twice. He was probably like, I'm so sorry, like can you just grab us waters, whatever. So I grabbed them. I was like, I was honestly already pissed. Like as soon as he did that, like I was just like not, like I was ready to go home before that, but like I was even more ready to go home as soon as he did that to me, because I was like, I cannot put up with this little preppy motherfucker who thinks that he's a shit because he's Shawn Mendes'S friend, who genuinely no one knows, like whatever. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So I go grab the waters, I hand it to Shawn, I take the lid off his friend's and I hand it to the friend. Like the fact that I'm even gonna acknowledge you after you have the audacity to hit me at my workplace and I'm not getting you kicked out, blows my mind that I even could keep it together for like that. Oh my god, Storm. But so whatever, I hand it to Shawn, I hand it to him. I think I had 2 more waters. I just handed them out to the people that were in their vicinity. And I'm talking to Shawn again. I'm like, okay, like I'm leaving now, like blah 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 blah. Like if you need anything, like Ash is still here. Ask you have like there's a bartender right here. Like you guys are good. Do you need anything else? Like that kind of like last minute thing. So I'm like, as I'm saying basically bye to him, or like I'm not even saying bye to him. Like that's what you do when you're saying bye to the person who clearly is like the person paying kind of thing. Like so. I was just like, yep, like if you need anything else, like whatever. So as I'm doing this, his friend literally palms me so hard in the face, and I've genuinely like never seen this done to anyone before in my entire life. Like I've never seen this, and he literally like has his hand like this and goes right to like the center of my face. And I whipped my head around and I was like, you're fucking wild. I literally said that verbatim. I'm like, you're wild, and like you're getting kicked the fuck out. And he's like, yeah, you're gonna kick Shawn Mendes' friend out. Like he already started beefing. He already started like being like that typical egoistic like bullshit, whatever. So I was like, really? Like you think that this is like you're exempt from something? And Shawn was already like, oh fuck, like you could just see on his face, like he didn't say anything to me, but you could just see on his face he was like, oh fuck, like my friend fucked up. Because like even if anyone that I knew did that, like genuinely, like my best friend, like ride or die best friend did that to someone unwarranted, I would literally be like, are you fucking stupid? Like why would you do that to another person for no reason? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, like wild. So I literally spin around. I like stomp to like the bouncer. This bouncer is a whole nother story that I can go on. But anyway, this bouncer was a fucking joke. He's a loser. He's married with his wife at home every night and tries to fuck every single girl who's in the who comes in the club. Even like the girls who are like 18 and he's like literally 40. Whatever. Or 19. Sorry, not 18. The girls who are like 19 that were who would be in the club, he'd be like 40, 45, trying to like fuck everyone. And he has his wife at home. Anyways, but he was like the head whatever person inside for that time. So I was like, hey, like this just happened, like I need you to kick this person out. That's their job. Their job is to protect the patrons of the bar, but most importantly to protect the employees of the bar. Like, you're drinking, if you're like pretty girls, you're drinking, like guys are drinking, like clearly shit's gonna go down, and you expect the people who are there working to protect you. And yeah, like I wasn't in any immense danger, like this person gonna fucking kill me or punch me in the face or knock me out. No, but they were being extremely disrespectful. And when I had walked away, I literally saw him do it to another girl. And like I said before, I saw him do it like touch another girl's face like aggressively, or at the beginning of the night. I don't know if I said that or not, but I had seen him kind of do that, but it was like playful and I couldn't tell like what it was, so I didn't think anything of it. But after he did it to me, like I could tell that it was like the same situation. And then as I was coming back to the booth, like to tell Ash or whatever that I was leaving, like it wasn't even the booth, it was like the section, like the little corner section, and I like saw him do it to another girl after I had told the bouncer what happened. And I'm like going to get my shit, because at this point I'm like, I am leaving. Like, even if this person's being kicked out, like I'm leaving. Like I think I still had to stay for like another half an hour, but I was like, I don't give a fuck, like I'm going home. So I like grab all my stuff and I like turn, and as I'm grabbing my things, the bouncer came up to me and he was like, yeah, like we're not kicking him out, like it's so-and-so, like it was one of the promoters that brought him, it's like it's so-and-so's friends, they're here with Shawn Mendes'S, like we're not kicking them out. And I was like, what? Like, sorry, but this angle's different, it stopped filming for a minute. But anyway, so he told me that they weren't kicking them out because of who they were with, basically, because they were with Shawn Mendes'S. So I was like, this is a fucking joke. Like I didn't even say anything, like I was just immediately so pissed, because it's not like Shawn, like if, I don't know, even if Shawn Mendes was there, like doing an actual like appearance for the club where people were like paying to come in to see Shawn Mendes, and his friend did that, like I still feel like he should have been kicked out. But the fact that literally, like, if you weren't in the club that night, you didn't know he was going, like it was impromptu, like it wasn't like that. I was like, this is disgusting. Like you're literally gonna have more respect for, like, it was just it was a respect thing, and I was just not here for it at all. So so I'm like about to storm off. My manager, like, oh my god, I have like such a love-hate with this person, because this is a good situation, but he's just super shady. Like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, my manager of the club at the time, the manager of the club at the time is this big Asian gay guy who is like he was always just super stressed. Like, I feel like that's the best way to describe him, is he always just constantly looked like he was like hella fucking stressed all the time. But he was like a decent manager at the time. Some shady shit happened at the end, but like whatever. Water under the bridge. But at the time I was storming out of the club, and he was like, what's wrong? Like, where are you going? Like I said, I still had 30 minutes of my shift left, and I'm like, I'm not staying. I just got hit in the face twice, and apparently we're not kicking them out because they're Shawn Mendes'S friends. Or whatever, it's Shawn Mendes'S friend. And he's like, who? What? Where? And I was like, the kid right there. Like, he's right there. He literally just did it to another girl. Like, this is like wild. Like, I was like, that's like the only thing I can say. This is wild. But I was like, I genuinely was like baffled. And he immediately starts getting pissed. Like, he's super angry. And I can like see it on him, but I'm like, I am not staying here for this. Like, I am not staying here. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I literally just like, as soon as after I talked to him, I out the door and hopped in an Uber. I was like, there's no waiting, there's no playing games. Although, like, on my way down, everyone could tell that I was pissed. Like, all the bouncers that were like going, like, that are at the bottom of the stairs, like all the employees who were like working other parts of the club were like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, well, apparently we just don't kick people out who punch our employees in the face because the blah, 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 they're with celebrities. Like, I was honestly like going off a little bit, like, once I was like leaving, because I was just so angry. Like, I'd been drinking a little bit, like I was super tired, like a million things, but I was annoyed. Like, this is like just disrespectful. And like, I don't want to say like, oh, he does this all the time, but like, I've explained this story to so many people and so many guys, and like, from the consensus that I have gotten from them is like, if I'm not gonna hit a girl or touch a girl like that when I'm sober, like, I'm also not gonna do that when I'm drinking. So like, clearly it just kind of shows the type of person that Mark was. So whatever. Anyway, the best part of the story. So my manager, I found this out like a couple days later. Actually, I'm pretty sure I found it the next week because this was like a Friday night and I was supposed to work this Saturday and I just didn't show up. And so the next Friday that I went to go to work, they were like, oh my God, this is what it was. Okay, so I didn't show up the next day for the Saturday night, but I had to be there like Monday or Tuesday in the day because I started doing all their social media stuff. So I was like doing a rundown with like the owners and stuff like that of what the social media would be, whatever the marketing stuff. And I had seen the manager after I had this like powwow with the owners. I seen the manager crossing the street after I was leaving, and he has, wait for it, a motherfucking cast here to here. A motherfucking cast, bro. I was like, but like when I first saw him, like I didn't think it had anything to do with like the situation that happened on Friday. Like I was like, oh my God, like what happened to you? And he's like, you. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, like he's like, well, they weren't kicking him out. And I was clearly a little bit, because I guess he had a little bit to drink that night too, because it was a really packed night. I can't remember why. And like normally he never drank, but this particular night I think he might have drank a little bit. I might be wrong. Maybe he was just like fueled by like adrenaline. But he was like, yep. And he's like, it's super embarrassing. Like, don't tell anyone at the club. Like, blah, 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 blah. Like, but I guess everyone already saw it. Like, everyone knew when I was in on my next shift that he had literally gone over and punched this kid in the face. And then somehow he had also punched like the bar top or like something. He had punched something else that had resulted in him breaking his hand or his wrist or his arm or some bullshit like that. It was so fucked. I am low-key mad that like I didn't stay so I could have been able to like see what exactly went down. But I just thought that was so funny. Like I was like, I love that for you. Like I don't think I've ever been with anyone ever who would have like hit another person for me. I guess I can show you the type of men I date. But I just thought that was fucking hilarious. And it was just a super weird scenario. Super weird night. I'll never forget it. I'm not hurt over it. Like, it's just a little weird that the whole thing happened. Shawn's still dope as fuck. I remember a bunch of girls fucking fangirling over him in the club. It was so funny because I was like, you literally don't even look old enough to be in here right now. Like, you look 16, but he was cute. It was good vibes. He was super nice to me. My friend says that he's like super nice too, like as a person. So, I mean, if you had any questions, there you go. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything, guys. I hope you like this video. I'm literally sweating so much right now. My apartment building, I swear, doesn't even have like a temperature on the heat. It's like on or off, bitch. Like you're in the Sahara Desert or you're freezing. So Sahara Desert, wow, I hate my but yeah, so that's it for this story, guys. If you liked it, give me a fucking thumbs up, request this or show it to your friends. Like, I don't care, whatever. I mean, it'd be cool if you subscribed. I'm gonna try to post some new videos. I actually have some good ideas. I mean, I think they're good ideas. You might think they're stupid. I think they're funny. But I'm gonna be posting some more, like, definitely like within the next like week and 2 weeks, because I have some days off. You know, your girl's gonna figure some shit out. She gonna edit for you. Like, yeah. I definitely want to get back into the swing of things. Like I literally say every time that I post a video, but I really do. I've honestly filmed like at least 4 full videos since my last video. I just haven't posted them because I'm not really tech savvy, and like the videos don't ever end up looking like how I want them to look, and it really frustrates me because I only want to put out content that's like really great. I know this isn't a really great production or anything like that, but I'm gonna be kind of figuring out some things in the next little bit so I can definitely step up my A game. That's pretty much everything. If you guys have any recommendations for production for videos and stuff like that, that's at a relatively affordable cost, because your girl's broke. She's going on vacation in 2 weeks, so you can't be balling out too much. But yeah, give me some recommendations for filming equipment, production stuff, whatever, editing software, anything really. Even give me some video ideas, whatever you guys want to see. And that's pretty much everything. So kisses to my bitches, and until next time, love you guys.